When one hears Borneo, do you think of wild or rugged landscapes? Or perhaps ancient sprawling rainforests? But there's something more compelling that many overlook, the Borneo Big Five. Never heard of the Borneo Big Five? Well, you're not alone. We're talking about Borneo's rarest and most captivating creatures. The majestic Borneo pygmy elephant, the unique Proboscis monkeys, the endangered orangutan, the colourful rhinoceros hornbill, and lastly the formidable estuarine crocodile. Each one holds a special place in this land and are a marvel of the wild world. So in the last video, we ventured to the Dermacot Rainforest Reserve, where we fulfilled my lifelong dream of being face to face with the super rare Borneo pygmy elephant.
That was just unreal. That was something you could go your whole lifetime without seeing.
But we also managed to spot a juvenile orangutan and a striking rhinoceros hornbill in the wild. That's only 3 of the big 5. Our little family is embarking on a several-day adventure down Sabah's longest river to hopefully get an opportunity to spot and admire the final 2 of the Borneo Big Five in their natural habitat. Make sure to stay to the very end as we have some amazing and unexpected experiences along the way. So let's go. Good morning, guys. Not even 5 o'clock yet. Pauline got us up to the airport. We're off to Sandakan.
Sandakan, here we come!
We had to fly in from Kota Kinabalu to Sandakan, which is the largest city that's near the river.
Yes, that's us. Good morning.
Nice to meet you. My name is Vincent.
Vincent, Jimmy,
Vincent.
and this is Liam. So boys, what animals are you looking forward to seeing?
Proboscis monkey swimming.
I want to see the proboscis monkey. I don't mind if he's swimming or not. I just want to see the proboscis monkey because of his nose.
We went to Sepilok, which is a orangutan sanctuary.
Sanctuary.
Got off the bus and literally the first thing we see,
Orangutan walking across the car park,
cruising along, just walking along.
just doing his own thing.
What did we just see?
We saw 2 orangutans.
Riley, did you like that?
Yeah.
He was just walking around, wasn't he?
Orangutan.
And what were they doing?
They were just walking.
Yeah, they're just chilling.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see if we can find some more, right? The reason places like Sepilok have to exist is that there's a lot of deforestation in countries like Malaysia and Indonesia and human intervention. They need somewhere to live. If it's not here and they don't get rehabilitation, then the populations will just collapse.
Yeah.
But it was a really good experience because the boys got to learn a lot about the little ones that you wouldn't generally be able to see in the wild. Oh boys, you're gonna have to stand there. So we walked across the Sun Bear Sanctuary is across the road from Sepilok Sanctuary, so we walked over there. Yeah.
You don't normally see them, very endangered as well.
And so like a lot of these animals are actually like these sun bears are actually people that have come back from being pets.
Been surrendered. They've been surrendered.
And so they can't be released into the wild.
Because they just don't understand. They don't understand how to be in the wild because they haven't been in the wild.
So what do you think, Pauline?
I think it's very cool. So the Sun Bear Conservation Centre is amazing. It's obviously them in captivity, but I think it's better for the sun bear because obviously they're being looked after here and they're not being stolen by villagers and things like that.
Sun bears.
Welcome, sir. Thank you, hello.
And so we arrived at Sukau Rainforest Lodge.
Everyone is so friendly. We were in the middle of the rainforest or the jungle, whatever you want to call it, and all of a sudden this beautiful wooden lodge appears.
What's in that, sorry?
It's a mixed fruit mocktail.
Oh, yeah.
Some tequila, rum.
Thank you, thank you.
So we hopped on the boats in Sandakan, just over a 2-hour ferry ride. Now we're at the Sukau Rainforest Lodge and have been briefed about our rooms and our tours and our bits and pieces. So we're off to find Villa 9. I think it's actually going to be really beautiful.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this place. It's pretty nice, I'm not going to lie. We do have to keep moving.
Sorry, we just had to walk around a tree that's in the middle of our deck
Yeah,
here.
they just, they're working around the forest here.
Walking around the forest.
All right, let's go.
Can't wait. Absolutely stunning. You walk through the door and you've got your own patio that looks out into the rainforest. Big, nice, comfy bed. The kids got their own beds, and the bathroom was just, that shower was so nice.
Yeah, perfect. Exactly what we need. Nice and cool. And I love all the open windows. There's windows everywhere, so we're going to have a really good view. Really nice place. How is it, Pauline? What do you give it out of 10?
That's comfy. Oh, that's a good, like 8 or 9.
Nice. All right, Riley, you rate your bed? All right, you tell me what your bed's like. Yeah, what do you rate that out of 10?
10.
Liam, how's your bed?
Good.
You gonna like it?
Yeah.
Time for me to do a bed test.
Oh gosh, you're going from up there, are you?
Yeah, ready? Oh. Okay, so we're all settled in. Just took our bag. We haven't unpacked it or anything, and we're about to go on our first afternoon river cruise. Try and find the big two we got left: proboscis monkey, crocodiles.
So this afternoon we're gonna concentrate on the nose monkey first.
Okay.
No.
All right, we need to see the nose monkey, boys.
Here we come.
Here we come. You see orange colors with white long tails, with a Pinocchio nose or a very big nose. Those are the proboscis monkey.
Okay.
And then if you see things, don't scream. Just raise your hand and then we'll stop for it. Yeah.
Okay.
Did you hear that, boys? No screaming, all right?
Okay. What if an orangutan takes me? Then I scream.
Then if an orangutan takes you, then you can scream. I got the yeet.
If the male is big belly, means they know where to find food. So that's why females will stay with. So there will be difference between their nose. Male will have very big pendulum nose, and for females they have pointy nose, Pinocchio nose.
Like the proboscis monkeys were everywhere, and they're one of my personal favorite animals because I see a lot of male proboscis monkeys. I have a lot of the similar features, like the big pot belly and the big nose, making a lot of random noises. He was actually looking at you as you were doing it.
So because of the nose, they produce lower tone, like
Oh, no, sorry.
oh.
It's one of the few aquatic monkeys, so it actually has webbed feet and toes, and they actually swim. They swim to cool off, but they also swim between the riverbanks. So if they have to get across for more food and stuff like that, they'll swim. Hey, Liam and Riley. So what do you think of your first river cruise at Sandakan?
We saw so many proboscis monkeys.
Yeah. Hornbill.
Oh, this is regular hornbills. Here we go.
Oh, wow.
They're fighting. That's the big male chasing the young ones.
I'm getting it all on film. Ah, that's cool. we'll have to walk home. Oh yeah, it's real shallow, isn't it?
Headed down a tributary, it was quite narrow, and we could only be in there a certain amount of time because as the tide goes in and out, it closes up. So we went into this tributary that used to join up as one part of the river, but it became this lake because there's this weed that grows in the river called a water hyacinth.
So this is the water hyacinth, and it's actually an invasive species, so it actually clogs up all of their lake systems and tributaries and rivers and stuff because it floats and grows.
So this is how they grow. So in order for them to survive, they actually absorb all the oxygen. They will have all these air pockets inside these things. They absorb all the oxygen, help them to float and survive. They keep breathing. So luckily, some of the animals will eat these things, favorite things, crunchies, seeds. But slowly they will carry some of the soil and then slowly become solids and become football fields. But it's also one of the good hiding spots for eggs, fish, frogs, for breeding. So it's like win-win situation for both things. Like it's bad for like covering the whole lakes, but at the same time breeding ground for animals. So that's why we can't clear them or we try to control them. That's the only thing. Like.
So we went out on our boat tour this morning, didn't we? At an early 6 a.m. And what did we see? Orangutan in the. So we had a great time and we saw so many things.
Slow down, Riley. Slow down. Slow down, please.
We should see some
I'm
more
walking backwards.
proboscis.
What about breakfast? How was breakfast?
Breakfast. Oh, that was so good, wasn't it? What did we get?
I had an omelette.
Egg omelette, waffles. I just had all kinds of bits and pieces. Yeah, they had a full buffet of stuff, so it was really, really good.
Yeah, it was.
Excellent.
Today is a 10 o'clock nature walk with Vincent for about half an hour.
Yes.
And then what have we got? Lunch, an orangutan talk, and 4 o'clock is our boat trip again.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Alright, so we heard 6 gongs, and 6 gongs means there is some kind of animal here at the lodge. So it could either be an elephant, an orangutan, a proboscis monkey, anything. So we heard the 6 gongs. Kids didn't even have clothes on, we didn't have shoes on, ran out the door, and there was an orangutan literally sitting in a tree just outside our villa. That's an
Boys, look.
Oh my goodness.
It's only a little one. There you go.
And he sat there for ages. He went up the tree, down the tree, all through the bushes, weed, food, we saw everything.
Who was excited to see the orangutan? What? Yeah, you happy to see it?
Yeah.
Dad got some good photos too. What's wrong, child? What's wrong?
Vincent found a snake.
Oh, quick, let's go. Why am I running? Alright, so send the camera and go on.
We did like that 1 minute journey. Rainforest.
We still hadn't seen the crocodiles yet. We really wanted to tick the big
We
five
were
off.
on crocodile spotting, but today we actually saw a lot of birds that we hadn't seen. It was bird afternoon.
Yep.
Wow, there's so many.
Are they actually chasing insects or are they just flying around at them? Wow.
Oh, Mitch,
He's like
parkour.
he's like eating the tree.
He's eating the tree.
Oh no, they're actually chasing insects up there.
Oh my god.
Can't name them all. We had to start listing them on my phone because the kids were like, we need to remember this and we need to remember this. And so I'm there like typing away as Vincent's like spotting all these birds.
He's laying back down.
Hello. What do you got there, Pauline?
That's been eating. Rats have got rice, ginger fish, that's really nice. Crispy chicken, a beef stew, and then stir-fried green beans.
Not a bad lunch.
Yeah.
How is it, boys? Riley and Liam, do you like it?
Yeah.
Excellent. And for dessert, we have cheesecake. Riley, do you like cheesecake?
I don't like it. I love it.
Okay, being silly now, mate. Give it a thumbs up.
I really want to make special mention and take a moment to thank our friends at Borneo Eco Tours, as this trip wouldn't have been possible without them. They are an award-winning eco-tourism operator based here in Sabah, and they specialize in helping create memorable experiences like this trip. So if you're thinking of having an adventure you won't forget anytime soon, make sure to check them out.
So we went on our final river tour for the evening. It was our last real opportunity to see a crocodile. At one point I was getting quite sad because it was like,
3 days in and we hadn't seen one.
of all the animals we needed to see, that was the least rarest.
And every other boat had spotted one.
Yes.
Everyone else had come back and said, oh, we see the crocodile.
Vincent's like, let's go all the way down this one. Cruising along, and it was getting quite
It
late.
was very, very late by this point.
Yeah, we almost had to turn around, and then Vincent's like, look over there.
Where the thing is moving.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Oh
yeah.
Swimming.
Wow, that's a big croc. Can you boys see? Wow.
And there was a massive crocodile.
Was huge.
One of the biggest crocodiles I've
He
ever
was
seen.
so big.
And he was just cruising along the river off the banks. So he was laying on the bank, he got into the water, and then he just starts cruising up the river. So we followed him for a bit, and the boys were absolutely ecstatic at that point,
yeah.
because not only did we get to see a crocodile, we got to see one eat a fish.
I think this one is 3
Liam, did you see that?
Yeah, that was so cool.
He caught a fish.
I know.
Riley, did you see that? He caught a fish. How was that? Boys, keep it down.
Alright, so we're here on our last day. It's our last breakfast here. We had an amazing day yesterday because we ticked off our Big Five, like the Borneo Big Five, because we finally saw a massive crocodile down one of the tributaries last night. We had issues with rain and all sorts of stuff, but we got to see it. So we have now got our certificate for the Borneo Big Five and we are done. We don't want to leave Sukau Rainforest Lodge. It has been so nice and so relaxing and a lot of fun to see all the animals, but our trip is over and it is back to Sandakan and then back to Kinabatangan. Our kids love to look around for animals on the boat cruises, so we didn't have too many issues. They were a little bit bored when obviously there wasn't as many animals in one spot, but then once we got to the next one, obviously there was proboscis monkeys and macaques and hornbills and all sorts of things flying over. So yes, I definitely think it is kid friendly, and the food, they ate it perfectly fine. They loved every meal.
Would you want to come here again?
Yes. It is so nice and so relaxing, and it's just nice to be on the river, get in the boat twice a day, go up and down and just get to watch the animals in their natural habitat.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah.
So Liam, what was your favourite part?
The big crocodile we saw yesterday.
Yeah. What about you, Riley?
Proboscis monkey.
Yeah.
And we saw how many proboscis monkeys, Riley?
100.
Hundreds and hundreds of them, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you get bored?
Not really.
Even on the cruises, even though they were 2 hours long?
Not really.
No? Got to look around?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was really it for our tour of Sukau Rainforest.
Yeah, it was
and
kind of bittersweet, wasn't it, when they
Yeah.
dropped us at the hotel?
it really was a place we didn't want to leave.
No.
Like, it was
No.
such a nice place, the Sukau Rainforest Lodge.
See you later, guys. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Take us back. Awesome. See you guys.
We were so comfortable there. We'd met a lot of people. We really didn't want to leave, so it was a bit of a bittersweet to have to finish our tour and get back to the real world after being in the jungle and being on the river for several days in this magical environment.
I love the boat tours. I absolutely adored the boat tours because we just got to see so many more animals.
You know, like the beauty about that tour and like having Vincent as our tour guide and going with Borneo Eco Tours is that they really focused on making sure that the boys were having as good an experience as we were. And that, you know, that's a really nice touch because they didn't have to. You know, they really went out of their way to make sure the boys understood what they were looking at and creating core memories that will stay with them for a very long time. You know, because that's what we're all about. That's the whole reason we trekked into the middle of the jungle to go to Dermacore.
They still talk about it to this day.
They
like
do.
All the adventures they've had with Borneo Eco Tours. Riley still goes, remember that day we saw the Proboscis monkeys and, you know, we saw an orangutan in the wild and all this kind of stuff. So they always come out with this information of the memories that they remember. So
and I just want to say a special thank you to Borneo Eco Tours for accommodating us on these tours. You know, I'm so glad we went with you guys and it really created the best experience possible. I can't have asked for a better experience for our family. So thank you so much to Borneo Eco Tours for that. And also a big special thank you to Vincent and Lorian and Kurt and all the guides that helped us along the way. It was unreal. It was an unreal experience that we did as a family that brought us closer as a family. If you're on the fence about taking your children on adventures like this,
just do it.
Just do it.
Yes, they were tired and grumpy and might have, you know, lost interest halfway through the morning cruises or, you know, whatever. They're kids.
Now, ultimately, our goal as parents is to, as any parent, is to raise children that are grounded, doing things like this, and by doing adventures like this, yes, they cost money, yes, they cost time, and yes, it can be quite frustrating to do it with kids. We've created some memories that no one can take away from us.
No.
You can make all the money in the world, you know, like you can make as much money in the world, but if you don't have anyone to share it with, then what's the point in having it?
That's exactly right.
Yeah, I'm just so grateful that we're able to do this, and you know, Malaysia's changed us. Malaysia, Borneo has changed us for the better. It's a place that we'll never forget because of these experiences we've been having, and you know, I think long term, it's just going to be one of those things that we'll talk about for a long time to come. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed this little series of our adventures in Borneo. There's a couple more videos coming out after this, but we've got some big news coming up in the future as well, so we want to share that with all, but we'll have to wait for a couple of weeks before we can do that. But guys, I'm Jimmy.
And I'm Pauline.
And we'll catch you all on the horizon.
I see you walking.